We're live. Hello and welcome, dear ISOP community. This is the design team that will be in a moment waiting for all of your questions. Welcome, design team.
Hello. Hello. Happy Mother's Day to all of the moms that are watching. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Well done. Yes, a very important day, right?
Yes.
And also what a great gift for your mothers to watch you being so successful after the whole process of exhibition. Ladies, would you like to introduce yourselves briefly and say what your main topic of research was before we get questions from our audience?
Of course. So my name is Michalina Cholewińska and I inquired into jewelry, how did fashion change over time, and about different styles. My name is Maria Kupiszek and I researched about different materials and how to take care of them.
My name is Nadia Sawicka and I researched into dog fashion, how is the shelter for animals built, designed, and how are animals used in fashion.
Hello, my name is Alia Waka and I inquired into different designs in different places, cultural face masks and cultural brands.
Well done. Hello, dear audience. You can let us know in the chat whether you are with us or not. We have a great welcome and good luck from Mr. Bartosz Jadziński already. And he is watching us with the rest of G5 students. Hello! Miss Małgorzata Kupiszek says, thank you girls, thank you for the lovely wishes.
Hello.
And we have a user Gaga Model, so it must be Nadia's mom.
Hi, Mom.
Good luck from Nadia's mom. And we have the first question, thank you. Where did you get the idea to create a group on this subject?
Well, I just really liked design. I really liked design when I was younger and also now, and I thought it was the best topic to inquire into for exhibition because I knew a lot but not enough or not as much as I wanted to, and I knew that there's so many more and than fabrics that I could inquire into, so I really wanted to do that.
I was interested in fashion from the beginning of this school and generally my life, and I wanted to join the topic of animals and design in one. So I decided to join design so I can make a project which shows animal fashion.
Actually, the whole story with the design team was that in art team there were pretty many people, and because I knew that I want to be with my friends because we're interested in really similar things, but in art we didn't really know what we want to do. So there was also the sports team, but in sports team there were really also many people, so we decided, and mostly actually also boys, and we decided to have our own, so design, but two people were not enough to create a whole team. So then Nadia joined us with mostly also about animal fashion, and then Ali also joined us, so we have our little strong team.
Even if we are a little team, we had a lot of information and we're happy with it.
Well done. You should be happy. Miss Clara Colombo, your mentor, says she is very proud, and you go girls. Miss Anna Cholewińska, G3A, says hello and good luck. Thank you, G3A. Let's wave to them. They will be here in your places soon. You touched upon a very interesting aspect of forming the teams for exhibition. And can you describe this a little bit to your younger friends? How does it work? Does it work like you team up with your best friends and with people who you like spending time with, or something else matters?
So it's like that we gather a team that we want to research about the topic, and we don't choose where our friends are, but the topic that we like to. So for example, if, I don't know, Nadia would go on animals, I wouldn't go on animals because I like her. And maybe I don't like this topic, so yeah.
Also like this, we also got sticky notes to write what are we interested in, like what things do we like to do, or sports or animals, or what do we like. And then our teachers, after reading them, they designed, they created really general themes, and then the people were in the teams. But I said that I wanted to be with my friend, but this was because we're interested into really similar things.
So I chose this team not based on my friends, but by my interestment. I mean, yes, and I was really interested in design from when I was young. So I decided to join this team, not based on my friends, and the team formed to be like this, that two of my best friends are with me now.
So you're lucky.
And also, Nadia joined. We asked her if she would like to join because she wanted to make about dogs and their fashion, but she couldn't choose two topics, so she joined design, and she made about dog fashion.
I can see Alia wants to add something.
So I didn't join this group because they're my friends or they're very close to me. I joined it because I really liked the topic. If I didn't really care about the topic, I would be probably with my best friends right now. But I joined this group because this is the topic that I really wanted.
Mm-hmm. Well done. Good answers, girls. Nadia's mom is asking what's the most difficult for you in this project?
The most difficult for me is like getting correct information and probably putting it on the poster without making any mistakes when I'm tracing it.
The hardest thing was, there wasn't really a hardest thing. I liked everything, but if I had to choose, I think we had the most problems doing the stand because we couldn't fit everything as we wanted, but at the end it's okay. And I think a little problems in the ad because we didn't know how to form the choreography.
I think the most difficult part was like saying who is like not everyone was wanted to do this like this thing that we chose, and we were doing like, for example, voting. Yeah.
To make sure that you agree on something.
Yeah, and I think I agree. I think that I have nothing to add more, and I agree with all my teammates.
Amazing. In the meantime, G4B says hello, together with Ms. Anna. Hello. Is this the class that your brother is in, Marysia? Yeah, welcome. See you next year here. A question from Ms. Marta Matuszewska, girls. Have you ever designed any pieces of clothing?
Actually, yes, because we were on half colonies. I don't know if it is right in English. And the girls...
You mean the day camp?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And Marysia and Nadia were supposed to go there together, but I actually wasn't supposed to be there with them because my mom just signed me there, and I entered the class and I could see Marysia next to the sewing machine. So it was a funny thing, but we met up and we did a lot of things together, and it was really fun.
As like Misha said, me and Nadia were on different camps with sewing, and we were always together making clothes, or also not only for people but also for toys and dolls.
I designed a lot of things. I mean, we designed a piece of clothing for a dog with Mary for my mom's friend, and I also sewed a lot of t-shirts and blouses and trousers.
Personally, I haven't like really designed a lot of pieces. I mainly drew them, but I never really sew them because I'm not that talented to do that. But I'm not that talented yet to do that. But I would like to actually make a piece of clothing or like a design and actually sew it myself.
Thank you. Good answers. The audience must be happy. We have a hello from G3B and Ms. Justyna Wolniak. Hello and thank you for watching us. Ms. Clara Colombo is asking, what was the most rare material, the most rare fabric that you have discovered? And this question is actually from Natasha from G2A, so this looks like the youngest member of the audience so far. Hello, Natasha.
I think the fabric that I didn't know about is rayon. It's a synthetic material, and I didn't know that it even existed. Because I know that there is silk, chiffon, tulle, and wool.
Okay. I think I have nothing to add because materials was fabrics was Masha's topic.
That's
so
absolutely
I think that
fine.
she's the expert on it.
Of course. After this research, do you have your favorite fabrics? Ladies, did you learn something more about them?
I think in touch, I really like linen, but about the facts, by reading only Masha's poster, I think I learned pretty much about materials.
Well done.
I got interested by Mary's posters, and I didn't know that fabric can be used in many different ways. For example, not only for a piece of clothing.
For me, like I know a lot of fabrics. It's just that I don't really have like a particular favorite fabric. I mainly, if I did have to choose like some, I would like more more comfortable fabrics to wear. But I really like almost all of the fabrics, just not some.
Okay, well done. Listen, ladies, Ms. Małgorzata Kupiszek is asking, what problems did you face? Did you have any problems? Not only team problems, but maybe let's think about the whole exhibition process. What were the difficult bits?
My difficult bit is because I was absent sometimes, and when I came back, I didn't know like all of the things I had to work on, and that kind of was a problem. But other than like group problems, nothing else than that.
We had a trip organized to 7 centimeters, but...
Can you briefly say what 7 centimeters is?
It's a school where we attended with Misha and Mary.
For the sewing classes.
Yes. And they told us we can come, and then when we showed up, and no one was there, and we were just standing by the doors.
So what happened? Miscommunication?
Yes, misunderstanding.
Okay, well done.
As I said, I think that we didn't agree with everything.
I think that the biggest problem was misunderstanding, not only with our trip to 7 centimeters, but I think also a bit sometimes with the team. Like we didn't know who was doing what. Something was like not correct. Like, it wasn't really said with the whole team, so some people didn't know about it, and yeah.
So communication.
Yes.
One of the PYP learner profile attributes. Being a good communicator. This is important. Okay. The next question, maybe two of you could answer, so we can have more questions answered in the whole meeting. Which type of design was the most challenging to inquire into? You focus on different kinds of designs,
Yes.
right?
I think I can be one of the people that will answer this. So I didn't find anything challenging. I think everything was, not exactly like pretty easy, but on the same level of difficulty. But yeah.
So for me the hardest was how are animals used in fashion, because I am sensitive in some ways, and I couldn't go really deep into animal testing because it could hurt my feelings, as if I can say like this.
It can be quite brutal, right?
Yes, really brutal.
And also adding to Nadia, when Nadia was researching, she found a lot of different resources, and for example, in one site they said that Dior is not testing, and the other that it tests.
This is a very interesting topic that you touched upon as well. Beauty products and companies that test or don't test their products on animals.
Yes, as Mary said, on different sites they said that some brands test and some don't. So I stick to PETA, the most trusted website for animals.
Thank you. Aliyah, the advertising song. How was the preparation going?
So the preparation was because when we were preparing for it, there's lots of bloopers and problems. For an example, when we were preparing outside, we were preparing. Our mannequin at the background fell down, and we all burst out laughing because it was very funny. And it was like easy, but also hard to get the choreography, and yeah. And when we were choosing the song, we couldn't choose which song. And then when I was riding with Nadia to school, Nadia, there was an advertisement, and the song was there, and we thought that the song was fitting perfectly. And also we bought some sunglasses and boa scarves.
Well done. Ladies, another question from Miss Aneta Zbuska, who is here with us today. Thank you for watching us, Miss Aneta, the school's principal. She's asking, what was the most inspiring meeting you had during the PYP exhibition?
Actually, meetings or trips, we didn't have much. We had one, we had one, we would have two if we didn't mess up the meeting with 7 centimeters, but we had one to that duet, which was, I think, amazing, and we learned there a lot of facts. We could touch different materials or see different new things or collections. And I think this was really inspiring to...
Except for trips, you also had some guest speakers meetings.
I also really liked... We didn't have a meeting, but because Mr. Jacob Buczyński couldn't meet with us, but he sent us answers, and he makes jackets with colorful fringles, and they're really nice, or he paints also on jackets. And
anything else to add?
The most inspiring trip for me was to Rad Duet. They let us see new collections which no one ever saw, and this was really fun for us.
I think I can hear that this is some secret still, because the collection hasn't been released, so be careful.
And for me, this was the most inspiring trip.
Well done. Okay, next question. Thank you, ladies. On behalf of Ivo from G4, Ms. Ania Żyska is sending you the question from him. He would like to know if the process of exhibition is stressful And if yes, then why?
For me, personally for me, it was very, very stressful. But I feel like at the end it was getting even more stressful, but then less, because I knew that I was going to present to my family, and my family would never like say something that would hurt me. And so at the process it was very stressful for me, but at the end of presenting it, it was very fun and very funny, because it was like awkward, because I never really presented anything to my parents, so it was kind of funny in a way for me.
Okay, thank you very much. Ms. Małgorzata Kupiszek is asking, who is the leader in your group? Or are you all leaders, or is there no leader?
We didn't have a leader, but sometimes some of the teammates were bossing around, and and
I think here this is a good opportunity to say something about how you distributed the roles and responsibilities at the beginning of the process.
We also had jobs. For example, I was the meeting organizer, Misha was typer or writer when we were making the recaps or blogs. Alia was the time boss, and Nadia was the material guard. And I think to the question about the leaders, I think at once we had many leaders and at the same time no leaders. But it was also like this, that it was depending on the topic or about what are we talking about or what are we doing, then who is the leader, the person that knows the most about this topic, of course.
For me, as Nadia said, there was no leader, but at the same time, some of our teammates were bossy at some point. But generally, we had no leader, because I feel like that's the best way to work in groups.
To divide responsibilities equally, right?
yes.
Okay, well done. Good job, ladies, on this one. You are a very strong team. I think everyone will agree on that. Ms. Kasia Jadzińska and the G2A students are asking, have you met any designers during the research? I think this question has already been answered partially. Then, have you learned anything about clothes for animals? And would you like to be a fashion designer in the future? These are questions from Antek, Nati, and Amelia. Thank you guys for these questions. They're amazing.
So I was thinking to go on a course of sewing dog clothes and cat clothes, and I mean animal clothes generally. And I would pretty much like to be a designer in the future. And yes, pretty much yes.
I don't know if I want to be a designer, maybe, but I don't know yet. I also don't know if I want to be a designer, but I think that I will still, even if I grow up, I think I will still have something connected with art.
Okay, good answers. Alia?
I don't know if I'm going to be a designer, but I know personally that I'm going to do something with, like, in the fashion industry. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I want to do at this moment. I'm not sure what I want to do when I'm in 10 years' time, but for now, that's what I want to do.
Of course, you still have time, and definitely this project broadened your perspective a little bit, right? Next question. Laura from G4B would like to know if there were any disagreements between group members. If yes, how did you overcome them? And I think let's focus on this one, on overcoming the difficulties.
There were quite some difficulties in like working and also like communicating, but we overcame them eventually. Yes, still there's sometimes like some problems, but we still overcame them, and now it's not really much of a problem, in my opinion.
We had some problems, but as Aliyah said, we overcome them, and sometimes they were harder to overcome, and sometimes they were easier to overcome.
We also, when we were resolving them, we, for example, voted or play rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, so you were trying to find a fair solution.
Yeah, and if something was like really bad that could ruin our whole exhibition gala, we were talking with this about this with our mentors.
Oh, so you were avoiding the topic.
I mean, not avoiding, but talking about this and trying to find a solution that will try to make everybody.
Okay, so actually asking an adult for help. This always works, right?
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
No, always.
I mean, in this case, I didn't mean that it doesn't help, but on exhibition we didn't go always to the teacher, but sometimes we were just talking alone about it.
This shows how mature you are. Well done. Next question, ladies, from Ms. Marta Matuszewska. Would you like to be a designer in the future? Okay, you answered this one, sorry. Nelly from G4B would like to know if it was difficult to find answers to your questions.
It depends what questions were they and how deep did we want to inquire into them, but I think everything was at the same level of difficulty.
I think I'm the same as Misha. I cannot add anything.
For me, it was harder to find the brands that test on Unlaws and don't, because as I said, on different sites, it showed different, that they test and they don't.
For me, when I was looking for like cultural brands, it was hard for me to know which information is true or not, and also some of the brands, they didn't like put a lot of information, specifically one brand, because it just mainly named about the person who made the company and only that information, not really about the brand. So for finding like information was hard, but not too hard that I couldn't do it.
Okay, good answers, ladies. Timmy from G4A. Timmy, thank you for your question. He would like to know if you enjoyed the process of exhibition. And we don't have so many questions at the moment, so I think you can elaborate a little bit more about the whole process from the beginning to the end, how long it was, and its most enjoyable moments.
So the whole process took like 7 weeks.
Sorry, Timmy from G4B. Sorry.
So the whole process took 7 weeks. The process was at the beginning was stressful, but then it got fun and then stressful. It was just a whole event of feelings and emotions, but at the end it was more of fun than stressful.
For I, mostly it was exciting, and I really liked the whole process because we communicated with each other, and it was really fun because we are all friends and we could talk, and yes.
As Alia said, it took 7 weeks, but it didn't feel like 7 weeks, and it was really exciting.
At the beginning, when I heard that we are gonna be focusing on it for 7 weeks, I thought it was really, really long time. But now I still cannot believe that the 7 weeks are gone. I think it was like 3 tops. And I also wanted to add that it also didn't take for me that much time. I mean, it was the 7 weeks, but I didn't feel that it took that much time because I was really interested into that topic, because there is the saying that don't judge the book by the cover, but I think with fashion it is a bit different, that you can see about the person's that person's personality after what he is wearing, like what patterns and yeah.
And what they want to express through
Also,
the
yeah.
clothes they wear. Okay. Next question from Ms. Anna Holewinska, Misia's mom, and G3A. What is or what was the most popular style in fashion? That's probably the question to you only.
I actually didn't inquire into what was the popular for the longest, but I think it also is about what the person likes to wear, what colors, like about the style that they like. But I think that, actually I don't know, but I think that there are styles just divided. And I think that it is important about in what time, because for sure different colors were popular 50 years ago and the ones that are popular now.
Do you think you could mention the most powerful fashion influencers from your research?
I wasn't the person in our team that was about looking for researching about different designers. I think it was Alia. You were designing about
No, not yet.
I remember that you mentioned, Misha, the French queen, Marie Antoinette, who actually had a lot of influence on the fashion in France, right?
So I was working on the designers. It's just I wasn't really into the most famous ones, but I can tell you the most famous ones. In my opinion, I feel like it's mainly the models, like Gigi Hadid and more.
Thank you. The next question from Ms. Ania Holewinska and her class G3A is, which fabric is the hardest to get or to make?
I think silk, because silk is not a mass production, and they don't make so much silk because like nowadays they make it without harming the worms, the silkworms. But
Can you briefly explain the process of silk production in case some people from our audience are not aware
yes,
how it's
so
made?
first the silkworms make a cocoon, and the process of making the cocoon takes 72 hours, and they make between 500 to 1,200 silk threads, and then it's manufactured into silk. And not a long time ago, but few years ago, they also made it with to take the worms out of the cocoon. To make the silk faster, they sprayed a chemical that killed the worms.
Okay, thank you. So definitely silk. That's
Yes.
probably why it's also so expensive. What is a different option for testing cosmetics not to hurt animals? Nadia. Yes, of course. What is a different option for testing cosmetics not to hurt animals?
That's a really interesting question, but I didn't go into that direction. My research went into a direction which focused on some cosmetics that tested on animals, and mainly 5 most popular makeup brands.
But you also mentioned that there are some vegan brands that don't hurt animals at all, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that would probably be the best choice to first check which companies do or do not test and then just shop for those products.
Yes, you can look on PETA. It's the biggest helping animal rights organization.
Okay, thank you very much. A question from Ms. Marta Matuszewska. Do you know anything about clothing made of animal fur, skin, etc.? Alia.
So I know that a lot of brands, specifically carpet brands, make it out of house skin sometimes, or different animals. It's really sad in my opinion, and I don't support that, but I know some of them are fake, which is a good thing, and not made out of animals, but a lot of them are made out of animals, which is very sad in my opinion.
And now people are more and more aware of this fact, right? Anything to add?
Yes, also a lot of jackets have the fake fur around the
Hoodie.
hoodie, and a lot of them have a real one, which is made sometimes of rabbits.
So would you recommend anything to your audience, how to make smart choices?
I wanted to add something. For example, if people make wool, they don't, like some brands don't kill the animals, but they just shave the animals.
Okay, so the fur grows back. Okay. Thank you. Well done. Miss Marta Matuszewska says that Marta Michniewicz from her class would like to know which ATL skills did you use? ATL skills. Thank you for this question. I love it.
I think for sure communication skills to talk with our teammates, and also self-management skills because we also focus on our own topics.
I agree with Marysia, communication, but on the example with 7 centimeters, you can see it's not always that perfect in our case. But I think social skills for sure, with doing the stand, collecting information, dividing work, and of course research skills. I don't know why I didn't think about them. Research skills because we were researching a lot about our chosen topics. For sure thinking skills, and I cannot come up with any more at this moment.
Anything to add, girls?
I totally agree with Misha and Mary.
I have nothing else to add.
Okay. Would you say that some certain skills from the collection of the ATL skills are more important or less important? Or maybe you have noticed that you have to work on some of them harder and with some of them you are nearly proficient?
I just came up with another ATL skill, self-management skills.
Of course.
We had to do we had to finish the research for a chosen day. We had to finish posters for a chosen day, and some people had a bit more work to do, some people a bit less, and it also was depending what work was to be done.
Thank you.
And I think the most important was communication and social skills, because without it we wouldn't even know what everyone is doing, and we wouldn't just finish exhibition.
Exactly. Thank you. Nadia, would you like to add something?
For me, the most important ATL skills, research skill, and also I feel like mainly research skill, but all of those skills are very important in exhibition.
Yes, they are. That's true. And you totally succeeded in this area. Another question from Samuel from Ms. Marta Matuszewska's class. How do you tell the difference between real luxury products and the fake ones? Is there a way?
I was not doing the topic, but I know, for example, if they can have different consistency, or they can, for example, perfumes, they can be more with more alcohol and or like with more aromat or without it.
The color can differ. It can be the same. For example, the same lipstick, the same shade, and the color can differ, or the smell of a perfume and the packaging.
Thank you.
I think also what is it made from is important, because some products of the higher quality can be more expensive than the ones that are used the ones that have chemicals inside them. They can be, for example, cheaper.
And also where they're made, because, for example, the fake ones mostly are from China, and the luxurious ones are mostly from France and Italy and Spain.
Okay, thank you. We have a question from one of the G5A students, Stanisław. Stasi would like to know if you completed everything you had planned.
Me personally, I think yes.
I also think that I did everything that I wanted to have. At least now I cannot come up with anything that I wanted to have and I didn't have, because some things weren't just possible to have on our stand.
But thinking about your success criteria and what you were supposed to present throughout your process.
I think I did it, all that I wanted to do.
I personally would like to inquire, I would like to go more deeper into the topic of animal testing, and but the rest I did everything as I wanted.
Personally, I had just few ideas I wanted to do at the beginning, but as I was going through my research, I just decided it wasn't a good idea, and I decided to do something like that sometimes, but in a different direction. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Clara, from the Smartest class, would like to know what animals besides rabbits can be used for animal testing. Can this be answered?
Yes, almost every animal. For example, cows, horses, dogs, cats, and many other animals. That's, for example, mouses and rats. Mostly the small animals, and testing on big animals is really rare.
Okay, thank you very much. Patty from G5A would like to know, are you proud of your work? That's a difficult question.
I am proud because I thought I wouldn't manage in time, but I'm proud. I managed in time, and I'm here now, which I can't believe.
I managed in time as well, and I'm also very proud of myself, but when I was in the progress of the whole exhibition thing, I was like, I'm probably not going to do well, I'm probably not going to make my parents proud, but at the end of the day I did, and I'm proud that I succeeded.
Excellent. Well done. We're slowly coming to an end of our live stream. Can you imagine? It's been 45 minutes already. We still have some questions though. Dominika is asking whether you faced any obstacles during the inquiry, but I think this was mentioned at the beginning already, so let's move on to another one. Udav, thank you, Udav. Is there anything you could have done better or in a different way? That's a very reflective question.
As I said, I would like to go deeper in animal testing. That's all.
So do you think now you would be ready for this and it wouldn't be so brutal anymore?
I think I would, if I could do something different. I think I did a really good job, and I think I did pretty much. But if I could have this possibility and I would have a bit more time, I think I would help Nadia with the animal testing and with the animal use in fashion. And I think I will choose myself like one more or two more questions. Actually, I will repeat the whole exhibition.
So you are saying something very, very interesting and intriguing at the same time, that even though you entered this exhibition process with your idea of the topic, you got inspired by your friends on the way, so your thinking changed a little bit, right?
Personally, I think that I could have been more positive during the exhibition because I was really negative about myself, thinking I wouldn't be able to finish in time or do something. But yeah, I just think I should have been more positive while doing it.
Definitely. You all did an amazing job. Last question, guys, from Miss Marta Matuszewska's class. Max is asking, why fashion and design? Why this topic? And what makes this topic so interesting?
I think I already answered it about the saying, don't judge the book by the cover. I think with clothes it's a bit different. So I think because of this.
Definitely. Dear audience, thank you very much for asking all the questions to us. If any more questions appear, the stand will be available for you until the end of this week. So you can still go and look for more answers among the huge and detailed posters. In the meantime, let's say your names again and let's slowly say goodbye to our audience.
So my name is Mihaela Halewinska.
My name is Maria Kopiszek.
My name is Nadia Savicka.
My name is Alia Woko.
The last thing we want to say is
Thank you for watching our live stream.
Thank you very much.
And Happy Mother's Day, all mothers.
Again, yes, well done. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for watching us. Get tuned for 2 more live streams that are coming.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Już? Stream ended.